So this time we're going to avoid bringing in or drawing in the rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and just insert drawing 4, attach. Remember, go grab the Intro to CAD folder, AutoCAD Drawings, Drawing 4 Guide Block, PNG. We're going to open this up and click OK. And then really go ahead and place it wherever you feel like. Right here, I'm just going to leave it there, size it up so it kind of fits in your screen. And that's pretty good. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, or move it over, excuse me. I'm not going to zoom. I am not going to start at the origin this time. I'm just going to start out in empty space. Few things to take a look at. I'm going to start out with the line tool. Again, I'm starting in space, and I'm actually going to start from this point here, working this way and coming down, over, up, and around. The reason is I can use straight lines to get all the way here, and then this angled line, I don't actually have to know what this distance is. I can just right click close if I do that, or I can use my object snaps. You'll see that come up here in a moment. So first part, specify the first point. I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to draw a line that is 6.5 units long, and I'll draw a line down now. I'm right here, down 6.5 units as well. Now, what a lot of people mess up here, I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm going to hit escape really quick. I'm going to have to go get the line tool again to activate and navigate to that point, but I want to show a thing right here. Overall, the size of the shape is 8 units. However, from this point, this line stops right there. These little lines are extension lines. They're for dimensions. They aren't part of the unit. So this indentation, this dimension line right here, identifying it as 2.5 is actually going to be, so this make it so that this line is 8 minus 2.5. Again, it's going to be 8 minus 2.5. So what I'm going to get is 5.5 there. So I'm going to go ahead, grab my line tool. When I say object snaps, I'm going to move to the base there. And when you see a square pop up, you can go and click. That's an object snap. It's going to allow you to click right onto that line. I'm going to move over, type in 5.5 for distance. Now I'm going to go up 2.5. I can see that right here. I've got a dimension for this, where this is at. Between here and here is a line, so that is going to be 2.5 up, 2.5 over. And then the difference, I'm going to go ahead and hit escape and zoom in on this and show you here. I have an overall from this point to the base of 5.5. I just went up 2.5 right there and then came over. So I need to make up the rest of that difference. So what I'm looking at is 5.5 minus 2.5. So in that case, that's going to equal 3. So I'll grab the line tool, use my object snap to snap onto the end of that line. If you do not have object snaps on, it's this square right here. You can hit F3 or click this area so that it turns blue. That's going to be your object snap. You're looking for endpoint. We'll get more into object snaps later. Still, for now, line tool, object snap up. I'm going to go up 3. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off ortho mode at this point. I could also hit F8. And I just have to click right there. And then right click, enter to get out of the command. So I got the outside edges. Now I need to do these 2 circles. I don't really know where I'm at in space. However, I know the coordinates in relation to certain points and vertexes of the shape, so I can use that to my advantage. I am actually going to use diagonal lines to give myself the ability to draw, and so I'm going to use relative coordinates in order to find the center point of these circles. So first circle I'm going to do, and I know I don't have any dimensions on it. We'll get to that in a second, but I'm just going to find the center first. First circle is 2.5 over on the X, 3 on the Y. So I'm going to grab my line tool, I'm going to start it down here in the corner. And instead of trying to find where that's at, I'm just going to type in at 2.5, comma 3. So 2.5 on the X, 3 on the Y, hit enter. Hit enter to get out of that command. So that's going to be the center point of my circle. The other center point right here is 5 on the X. And since I'm coming back down towards 0, it's going to be negative 1.5 on the Y. So it's going to be a line tool from this upper point at 5, comma, negative 1.5. Enter, and then enter to get out. That finishes the command. It's my bad that I don't have dimensions for this. So this first one, I'm going to do radius. I'm going to go ahead and put it right on the end of that line. Make it go out. And this radius is going to be a radius of 1. And hit enter. And then I'm going to go ahead and select that command again. And I'm going to come over here. This is going to be a radius of 0.5 and hit enter. At that point, I can go ahead and delete this line and delete this line as well. That finishes that drawing. Going to go ahead and delete that. File, print. Going to pick Adobe PDF here. We're going to go to the extents and center the plot. Remember, unchecking fit to paper, 1:1, and click OK. At that point, remember this is drawing 4. We're going to go and save that wherever anything gets saved and take a look at our drawing. So that is drawing 4.